Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have the actually a deck that I didn't think of that good. Like, this is really good. So as you may have seen from the thumbnail, I actually reached I almost did Kage because I reached Legend Rank 5 with this, starting from Legend Rank 3 with a complete free-to-play version and no staples. That's actually insane, and wow, I'm gonna explain to you how to use the deck in its free-to-play version. What actually the if you have more copies of the super rare, what actually these more copies can do to the deck, how they can improve it, and so on. But this deck was really a surprise. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and hype to this video, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It really helps me so much, so I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much, and let's jump right into it. So here he comes, Myutant Azar, and wow, dude, this is 100% free to play. 100. Stop there. I know, don't look at this. I never used these. You've used all of these cards, not even once, so you can just take them out. I never used them. I just went with this thing. To be honest, I never really used the yugioh as well, so you can just take it out and use these three Mutant Synthesis and the Ultimus. Now, this deck is so good, even with one copy of the Ultimus, that is your Omni Negation, because this thing can recycle basically any monster, fusion included. Now, let's start from the extra deck. That is the most simple part. We have this guy that is an Omni Negation, as long as you can negate the same type of cards you want to negate from your graveyard or face-up field, or even hand, and you negate the activation and you banish that card. And then if it gets destroyed, you can grab up to three banished card from your banished section. Up once each monster, spell and trap card, and it's huge because it's 3500. Plus it gets the boost of the Mutant Evolution Lab, because this gives you 1000 attack for each of your banished mutant cards with different names in your banished section, of course. And the second fusion is studied Synthesis. This is something you want to summon during your opponent's turn. Why? Because this card has an if effect, so it doesn't get it can't miss the timing, and if this card is fusion summoned, you pop a card basically by targeting it. Also, it can become unaffected by trap, spell, or monster, as long as you just respond to that type of card and it just becomes unaffected. And if it gets destroyed, you can recycle a banished mutant card. Now, this is the actual deck. Super easy, super simple. I mean, how can this deck be so strong? Simple, because of the level 8 monsters. I'm playing one of each, specifically 2 of the Mutant Arsenal. Actually, not one of each, just 1 of the Mist and 2 of the Beast and 2 of the Arsenal. Why? Because Mist has the worst effect. The worst effect, simply because this guy just gives you a double draw if your opponent activates a trap card. Not really that common nowadays, right? So not really that great. But the other 2, oh boy, those are nuts. Beast is a spell negation on legs, simply because when your opponent activates a spell card or effect, so you can cheat it to a continuous spell already on the field that activates effect as well, you negate the activation and you banish that card. So kind of like Makeup, right? And they all share this effect of recycling banished mutant cards from your banished section, of course. This is the spell negator, and this is instead the monster removal, because this says when your opponent's activate a monster effect, you banish 1 card and you target 1 monster on the field, banish it. Now, these effects are very good because as a cost of this effect, you can just banish themselves as a cost. So if your opponent has a negation like a drop, like a Veiler, like a I don't know, a Chalice, or something that is on the field that targets this card, you don't really care, because to negate the spell, you can just banish himself. To banish a monster, you can just banish himself, and this is very good. Now, let's go to the normal monster. So let me go first to the Entrap, because there's an Entrap in his deck, and it's the Mutant GB88. What this guy does, you can special summon this card during your opponent's turn, but only if you have a Mutant Evolution Lab. And And keep in mind, this is given to you by the skill at the beginning of the turn from outside of your deck. But I'm playing one more Mutant Evolution Lab just in case I need my opponent has a quick Typhoon or Cyclone, you know. So, and why this is good, because this can special summon itself if you control this during your opponent's turn, and tribute itself, banish another card from end or face up on the field, and special summon one of your banished or in your or from your graveyard mutant monsters. So that means that if you set up your beast on the field and you miss the arsenal, but you have your arsenal banished during your opponent's turn, you can use this, special summon it, tribute itself, and go to special summon arsenal from your banished or graveyard stuff. And last but not least, the normal summon. So the normal summon are basically two, and it's the Mutant M05 and the Mutant ST46. Now, the thing you really would like to have a tree, at least two ultimates, to be honest, for a complete version, and 3 M05. 3 M05 is the best one because it searches a monster, and with the field spell already on given to you by the skill for free, basically the combo is you want to have this card in your hand, the MO5, so you activate the evolution lab that is given to you for free from the skill, and from the effect of the field spell, you special summon the MO5 that on summon grabs you the ST46, and then you can normal summon the 46 to get the mutant spell trap from your deck to your hand. Last one is the mutant. This gives you nothing. It can just special summon itself as long as you control a mutant card, but all of these three cards basically share the same effect. You can tribute themselves plus banish a card. These two can just banish a card from your end or field to the of your code banish, so to the banish section, and special summon a monster depending on the type of card you banished. Instead, this guy, it does the same, right? But this also gives you, inflicts a damage. You have to pay a cost up to the attack of the monster special summoned by this effect. Now, how to remember this? Well, guys, believe me, there's a trick. You can remember how to do this. It's super easy. Basically, if you banish a monster, you get the guy that negates the spell card. If you banish the spell, you get the guy that can respond to a trap card and makes you draw a couple of cards. If you banish a trap, you can get the guy that instead can respond to a monster. So basically, the guys that you summon can negate or can respond to the card in the following section, to the following type. That's just so easy. You have to pay attention to the following thing to remember what this guy does. Beast, spell, mist, trap, arsenal, monster. I hope that was clear. And they share this effect. Now, the limited one is perfect teleport, because with this you can simply summon any of this guy from the deck, so additional special. Two of the mutant fusion, this can banish start from your hand or field, but if your opponent activated something during your turn, you can also use one monster from deck or graveyard as well as a fusion material. Lovely. Kind of like Shadow Fusion, maybe even better. And then we have the Mutant Cry, the MVP of this deck. Simply a quick fusion summon by shuffling stuff from your banished section or graveyard, and that's beautiful, because even from your field, actually, if you have to dodge something, and so that's beautiful because it helps you recycle this stuff, especially if you're a free-to-play player, right? So definitely three of this. You always want to see that in your starting end. Even if you have two, one is going to be banished to summon the arsenal with the effect of the low-level monsters, and then the clash here just because it's basically a negation. It's searchable, of course, thanks to the ST46. So it's searchable, it's a negation upon activation, and then it gives you actually draws. Basically draws each time you pop a monster, and that's super cool. Again, that's it, guys. Of course, stay tuned to the replays to see how the deck can be played. But again, I was reaching cap with this, from Legend Rank 3 to 5 with ease, no staples, 21 cards. Dude, if I love this. Oh, before, actually, I was about to forget the skill, Mutant Azar. So, you're locked into just the mutant stuff, except from the extra deck, right? So, and that's it. And you start with the Mutant Evolution Lab on your field. And then you have one effect that you can use always, they are both once per duel. So always, I mean, both on turn 1 and turn 2, you place one mutant card from your end on the bottom of the deck, draw one card, same effect basically of the Mutant Evolution Lab. So you can do it twice thanks to the skill. And then the third effect, if you only your opponent controls a monster, so basically only if you go second, choose 2 mutant cards from your deck, you grab one to your hand and one sent to grave. You can grab anything, so even a trap card or a spell card. And that's it, guys. That's it for the explanation, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Heroes and Dragonic Contagio, right? Let's see. We're going second, so let's see what this hero player can pull up going first, can pull out going first. It's got the Neos Fusion, the draw, nice, the Shadows, and I think it's ending on the classic turn 1, like Super Poly. We have to face Super Poly and the pop for Armored Dragon Thunder level 10. So, skill, to grab one card, send another one. So you usually send the level 8 to grave, as always. And I actually got the starter, the one that searches a mutant spell trap. And this was a mistake. I should have grabbed the guy that searches a monster. Then I used the skill to draw, and then Lab to get the special summon. It's got level 10's effect, so it gets destroyed, no special summon. At this point, ST46 to get the fusion, and the effect to banish a monster and summon the beast. Then Mutant Fusion to go into the Ultimus. There is an Omni-Negation, but of course it's got the Super Poly, and we know that. But we have the Mutant Cry eventually for next turn. So he went with the Super Poly, getting rid of the Ultimus and summoning an Escuridao. Now it seemed to go. He's got Stratus to begin with, forcing the back row, totally fine. We went for Mutant Cry, summoning the Mutant Synthesis. This guy can just pop a monster. We went for the Armored Dragon Thunder, then he attacks the Beast and searches the Neos Fusion, and then he can just go on and getting some damage, but I got to recycle something from the Banshee section because of the Synthesis effect. And then first damage, now it's us to go. We got the Lab again to special summon the ST46 that grabs us another Mutant Cry. The Lab then to draw a card, nothing special, and now we just have to wait. But we have two things now. We have these can special summon a spell negation, and these and actually these to special summon the the big boss, because we recycled the big boss summoning the Synthesis with the first Mutant Cry. So let's see. He's got first the Dragon Thunder on the field again. So now keep in mind that the Neos Fusion cannot summon Rainbow Neos. So men face the 88 special summon itself and then tribute itself to summon the Beast. No spell cards allowed, and then Mutant Cry to get the Ultimus, so the guy that Omni negates. He's got the Dark Hole, we negate that with the Beast, and then he's got Polymerization, and we negate that with the Ultimus. Why? Because he has Neos Fusion in hand, but he can't use it unless he wants to summon another Brave Neos, and we don't care about that. So he can't do nothing. He stops there. At this point, it's us to go again. ST46, Armored Dragon Thunder to pop the Lab, but we can negate that with Ultimus. Then Mutant Fusion is here. We can use Fusion Summon with the Synthesis, using the effect, popping the Escuridao, attacking first the Brave Neos and then the other boy. Keep in mind we have an Omni negation ready because we have everything here. The spell negation, the trap negation, and the monster negation. He went with emergency call. Guess what? I'm negating that. He didn't go here. Now, he went, as you can see here, for the Rainbow Dragon, and you might think he could have gone into Armored Dragon to pop everything. He could have popped just the Ultimus, giving me 3 cards back to my, actually 2 cards back to my hand. Why? Because this can become unaffected, so he can't destroy this anyway. Instead, he went with the Rainbow Dragon to pop this, and it's still fine. We get a card back, and plus the Omni Negator is still there. At this point, you know there's nothing to see anymore. The Lab to get another draw, teleport to get the boy that grabs us another trap card. Then the effect of the 46 to summon the Beast ready on the field, getting rid of the Rainbow Dragon, and then Mutant Beast to go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel going first this time against, it should be generators. There you go. It's Astico, we have the MO5, we need the other boy. Don't remember the number. So we used, actually we recycled the guy that we didn't want. So we started with the MO5, getting the 46. And then Mutant Fusion here first to go into a synthesis. Why did I do that? Because in this case you have more banished stuff and another level 8 or higher monster that you can shuffle back into the deck with Mutant Cry to eventually summon a level 10 Ultimus during your opponent's turn. That's why you can use a Mutant Fusion going first, because keep in mind, the monster that is banished by Mutant Fusion can be summoned back on the field with the effect of the field spell. Look at this, right? So in fact, we also banished the Ultimus. So then a special summon of the ST46, we got a trap card that we eventually decide to, that we set, and then you banish the lab to get the 2 interruption. This is ideal, having a Mutant Cry on the field, the Beast that negates spell trap, only the spell card, I summoned the Mist actually. It was not supposed to be the Mist, it has to be the Arsenal, so I think I misplayed here. Yeah, I misplayed. I should have banished the trap card. So with the Arsenal here, I would have done everything correctly. But anyway, it's got the Sphere to begin with, right? And it gets the Burst. But we don't care, because we got the Beast. So Beast can just negate. He started with the Burst. Who cares? Beast banish itself and negates the Burst. Then we have only one mission here. We have to avoid him getting a level 2 level 9s on the field, right? So he started with the Raider, and then he's just attacking, so it's actually fine. At this point, I misplayed, because I forgot the Mutant Cry is just in the main phase, because I should have popped the Generator boss stage. I misplayed, keep in mind that, don't do that, because now he has this thing during our draw phase, he's gonna summon stuff, he's gonna be able to negate, so that was a misplay, but still, look at this. Mardell, to get the search, he's got the token, so now Har, he's live, he can negate. We got the second part of the skill to get a card to our hand, Mutant Fusion to begin with. Har, of course, negates, but Mutant Clash can just negate the Har by punishing a monster from the grave. And then, so because he activated cards this turn, Mutant Fusion can actually banish a monster from the deck and graveyard as well. Here comes the Ultimus, so the Omni Negation is ready. Eventually, yes, this trap card that can be a problem. But we're not done yet. Mutant Cry to get what? A synthesis that is gonna pop the Dyson Sphere. Why we pop the Dyson Sphere? Because Dyson Sphere can avoid being attacked. So that's why we pop that. Then we got rid of Har, Mutant Clash gives us a draw, and then more damage there, ready. Unfortunately, we have no leader with the teleport. Generated boss fight here to get the boss stage. Activated boss stage. As a fact, Ultimus says no thank you. He's got Book of Eclipse, but we don't care, because even if he flips everything down, we still have the effect of Ultimus activated. Then he's got just one card, and he scooped what we had another Mutant Cry ready to pop another monster with another synthesis. That's how you do, my boys. There you go. Here we come, third duel. Third win in a row. We have Barians. Not the greatest turn one, even though I always felt like he had like an entrap in his hand. Don't remember if we discovered what that was, but anyway, it's us. Sorry, it's us going second. So we started with the skill, and of course the grab. We got the Mutant Fusion first to begin with, to go straight away into Ultimus, because I was afraid of anything he had in hand. Then we got the MO5 getting the 46, so now we can activate the field spell to special summon the other we just grabbed. 46 grabs us a spell trap, the Mutant Cry for the next turn. 05 banishing itself for the beast. We set the Mutant Cry and we're chilling, and we also have the end trap for next turn. So we got him ready of the materials and then of the monster. We have, so basically right now we have Omni Negation, Spell Negation, Summon that means a pop, plus this guy that can bring back, actually, an arsenal. Yes, so a monster banish. Dark Hole to begin with. Beast says, you know what? I'm not okay with that. Negate. Then we got the effect of the 88 to summon itself, then he tribute itself to summon the arsenal. At this point, he's got the skill to get the Sage on the field and the skill. 2 monsters on the field, both face up. Now the skill again to get another Sage, I guess, even though I don't know why. I think because he forgot the 2 scepters were there on in the grave. He's got the last scepter. He activated no effect because he knew I can just respond with Arsenal, so he played smartly. But I had the Mutant Cry that I searched to go into Mutant Synthesis to pop the scepter. Why? Because if we let him XC summon the Delteros, we can't respond to Delteros on summon, and he can pop with Scepter's effect. So we just pop the Scepter. He has to go into another rank 4, the Paladynamo, and then he's got rank up Magic Variance Force. Guess what? Ultimo says, no thank you, negate. And then, as soon as he activates Paladynamo's effect, we went with Arsenal, Chain, Banish, the other boy. He went with Vespanaro, and I banished the Ultimus because with the effect of Paladynamo, it just made it so he had 0 attack. So I banished it to have no damage, basically. The effect of Synthesis grabs us an Evolution Lab. Here comes Evolution Lab, and he scooped. That's how you do, my boys. There you go. 4th win in a row. Let's see what we have. It's again Generators, and look at this beautiful turn 1 here. So we got Evolution Lab to begin with, summoning the MO5. He's got the failure though. That's actually unfortunate, not a great thing here. So we had to use the skill. We got the 46 anyway to get the Mutant Cry. Now, first effect of 46 to get the Beast on the field. Keep in mind the Arsenal, he's here, and super important because now, as soon as it is his main phase and we get to do something, he's got the Import, that's fine. He flips up the Dyson Sphere, and you can use 88, Special Summon, Tribute itself, summon the Arsenal. There you go. Everything is ready, Dyson Sphere's effect, totally fine, and then Mordell to get the Vala, and we know when do we want to respond. Vala's Special Summon, he activates her effect. Now you activate Arsenal to banish the Vala. He has 2 monsters, so straight away, Mutant Cry, Xyz Import, Beast says no thank you, we're negating that, and then the Mutant Cry summons a Synthesis that can just pop one of the level 9, so he cannot go into the rank 9, and he's scooped. That's how you do, my boys. There you go. Keep in mind, he had the 3k, he could not go over, and also if he popped the Synthesis, we get the card, a banished card back to hand. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, look now, Legend Rank 4. This was my rank up match from Legend Rank 4 to 5. Beautiful, I love this. Again, free to play, the list that you saw, just one of the SRs. Lovely. No URs except the teleport. There is a bundle card. So it's a Stars Acceleration. Not played brilliantly, if you ask me. Right? I mean, you know, I get to do more crazy stuff with the with my Stars stuff, right? And he's got basically the setup for a level 10 summon. That's an effective level 10 and 2 back rows. So we got the Mutant Fusion, as you can see. We got first the Evolution Lab to begin with. It's got the Excel Synchro Stars Dragon. We didn't start with the Fusion, guys, because we have all water monsters, so we can't summon anything. He went with the Stars Dragon and Metadone into Shooting Star Dragon, so an unaffected boy that cannot be attacked, basically, because he can negate the attack. Not that much of a bad choice. Mutant 05 getting a monster. Mutant Fusion now. It's got Blizzard negating the Mutant Fusion. That's actually tough. At this point, we got the other boy to get a Mutant Clash because you already have the Cry. Effect of the first guy to get the Beast. Second effect of the second guy to go into another Beast. I actually misplayed. I should have done something different, right? But still, we got also the Mutant, this time correctly to get the Arsenal, and we're chilling. Now, I could have done so many things. I could have even XC someone into Dingirsu, but this wasn't effective, so there was one correct thing to do. Crash into the boy, because now if he decides to negate the attack, we still have 2 boys here that can just go for lethal, and if he has another spell card, we can just negate it by banishing another card like the Lab. That's how you do it. My boys, rank up to Legend Rank 5. Almost eating cake with this, guys, because this is wow. I love this. And I think I can definitely reach cog with this. I'm not gonna do it because it's not the deck I want to reach cog with this month. But dude, this deck is insane. Again, no staples. Free-to-play version with just one of the SRs, and I can't even imagine how good this can become eventually if you played it with an optimized version. Dude, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.